So I want to talk about scalping because that's basically talked about 24/7 now in Pokemon. Now, the word scalping, I feel like it's used so often now where it's sort of lost its meaning because I think when some people use the word scalping, it's not what it actually means, but since it's a popular word, a lot of people use it. So let's just use that word scalping the way that the general public now uses it in Pokemon. In my opinion, I feel like everybody, to some extent, scalps. Some people are more evil than others. Some people, buy a lot more than others. I understand that. But like I said, to some extent, I feel like everybody does it. Let's first start with distributor level. Now, I feel like a lot of people on the collecting side don't understand kind of, I guess, at least the basics of how, I guess stores get products and all these sorts of things because, people in the investing space, we watch channels that actually have, stores and we sort of have a basic understanding of how product moves throughout the chain like a little bit, right? We have somewhat of a basic understanding. And, us on the evil scalping side, investing side, we kind of know how things work, but I feel like a lot of people on the collecting side don't know this. So whenever you bring up the term scalping, they automatically go to people like us on the, just consumer side on the very bottom, the end consumer of these products. Now, I think a lot of people on the collecting side fail to realize that, you know, distributors scalp too. So, how's this possible? So, when things get reprinted, right? When products get reprinted, distributors, a lot of times, basically every single time it seems, based on, stores and everybody, what everybody says, they charge more, right? They charge more for that product. So stores end up having to pay more for that product that originally at release that they didn't have they just paid the normal like wholesale price. Like I hear that happen a lot. So in that way, you could say that distributor levels, the higher up, even like higher or I guess earlier in the chain, like they're scalping because they're charging stores more than they really should be paying. Because when things get reprinted, especially when the reprints, and I'm talking about like reprints for very popular products that are expensive, distributors charge stores more. So they're scalping too. Now let's go down to the store level now. So the store level, obviously, on reprints and stuff, when they have to pay more for the product, they're going to end up having to charge more. And now we're seeing with these new releases and just even things that aren't released yet, like Prismatic Evolutions, stores are scalping now. Now, like I said, I'm using the scalping term that the general public is using. I don't believe it's scalping, but that's what people are saying now, that these stores, these local card stores, are scalping because they're charging Prismatic Evolutions products at market price. Because I guess charging anything above MSRP is scalping now. So you could call that scalping. These stores that, I mean, they're still getting it at, I guess wholesale price or whatever. They're just getting a lot less of it. You could say they're scalping because they're still paying whatever, 30, 40, I don't know how much they're paying for the trainer boxes. They're still paying that amount. Obviously got less, but you could say that they're scalping because they're charging the market price, which is now triple MSRP. So they're scalping. Now you go to the end consumer. People like you and I. People like you and I, there's different people, right? There's the wholesome collectors that don't care about value or care about sealed products and just open everything, right? There's those people. However, there's some people like me. There's some people like me, yes, you buy it, you hold on to it, you sell it. There's evil scalpers like me, just plain and simple. But now I've started to realize, now that these products are so expensive, some people that have bought these and pre-ordered them at MSRP, even I'm seeing it on the collector side too, a lot of these people are actually saying that they're not going to open up this product anymore because it's too expensive and the pull rates are bad. So if you want to call it that way, you could see that as being scalping because on the collecting side of Pokemon, a lot of people say that products are meant to be open, right? That's the general kind of consensus for a lot of these people that are anti-scalper investing people. A lot of people say sealed product is meant to be open. But now that we're seeing pull rates with Prismatic Evolutions and we're seeing prices of products and we're seeing the scarcity of products, a lot of these people aren't buying or aren't opening these products that they're buying. They're just keeping them. So, in my opinion, everybody is scalping. And I hate the word scalping because, like I said, I think the word is just so it lost its meaning, to be honest. Especially in the space, a lot of words like FOMO, they get so overused and people don't use it in the right context. But in this video, I'm using the word scalping just like everybody is using, and just through my explanation, I truly believe everybody is scalping to some extent. Others, like people like me, are doing it way more than other people. I agree, but everybody is doing it. And this is why I tell you guys with these products that are high in demand, scalping is so inevitable in any industry. Like it's so just you can't avoid it. And like I said, even with the stores, I want to get back to that because I really don't think stores are scalpers even. Like in my opinion, market price should be what is used for anything. Go back to when this whole hype thing wasn't here. Stores were only charging $100 a booster box. Guys, that's $60 under MSRP. But they were charging market price. But now that market price is higher than MSRP because of demand. They're scalpers all of a sudden. And this is where I don't agree with the word scalpers. It's market price. And in my opinion, MSRP doesn't mean anything really. Market price is what really matters. And especially in times like these when demand is so high, MSRP, it doesn't mean anything really. Because there's so much demand. And what really, I guess, is the real price is the market price. Because market price, how does that come to be? Supply and demand. And in my opinion, that's what's fair and that's what's sort of efficient. Because this whole thing that these, card stores or whatever should only be charging MSRP from the business standpoint, I mean, especially people getting such low amounts of products, it doesn't make any sense. And that's where I feel like a lot of people on the collecting side, they're not really, I guess, somewhat financially minded or business minded at all. Because when you think about all these factors, saying that stores and all these people are scalping, it's so just, I feel like, overinflated, that word. And when you look at it from a business standpoint, just how everything works right now, even though yes, prices are super high and all these sort of things, it sort of makes sense. And I know people are still going to say that evil scalpers like me are the 100% the reason why, all these problems are happening. But like I've said so many times, there's reasons why there's scalpers now. Because there's natural demand. And collectors fail to realize that they're part of the natural demand. And if they weren't, so eager about some of these sets, scalpers wouldn't be here. And it's also really hard to even quantify how many scalpers there are. How many people are buying for profit and not actually opening, not real wholesome collectors. You can't really quantify that in this whole market because it's not possible. Yeah, you're seeing a lot of listings on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, a lot of these resellers. Yes, you're seeing a lot more now. I agree with that. But you can't say that they're the 100% reason why all these high demand sets are expensive. It's just demand overall. They're a part of the demand. But people, I feel like they don't think about a lot of these factors and just jump to conclusions saying that us people, evil scalpers, are what's wrong with everything. We're a part of it, but we're not everything. And all these prices you're seeing here, $155, $77, $100, $50, $50, all these products, yes, they're double, triple, like quadruple MSRP, yes, but that's the market price. And in my opinion, market price is what's fair because that's based on supply and demand. This whole fixed mindset of just MSRP, that's not how this stuff works. It's supply and demand. And that's how market prices come to be. And as of right now, yes, these are on pre-orders. These aren't, you could say, real market prices because, the amount of supply we're having with pre-orders is definitely going to be different than when the set actually comes out. We saw that with Surging Sparks. Prices went from $160 a booster box to $150, then rebounded. Prismatic, I think, is going to be pretty similar to that. I think they'll dip a little bit, then go back up. But, yeah, I just want to have this talk about scalpers and this scalping word. Something to think about in this video that hopefully maybe I explained well that you guys enjoyed. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.